Well, we're here, and I want to discuss what I came here to discuss. It's about narcissistic fathers and sons. And guess what? They're all going to die the same. They're going to die the same fate. You see, we're too busy talking about our mothers, right? And what our mothers have done to us and blah, blah, blah. Because we expected protection from our mothers, right? Our mother's supposed to have our back. But sometimes these ladies, they marry narcissistic men, okay? And these narcissistic men are the ones that break the daughter as well, okay? So when you have the father and the mother doing the same thing, there's nothing that's gonna come good out of it, okay? I know I sound a little serious today because I want to talk about this, and it took me to actually, it took me. How can I put this? Hey, Juggle Breeze. It took me a while to actually come up with this because it is true. Some some fathers, some daughters are lucky to have fathers that actually support them, love them, teach them what and how a man should treat them. But then they have other fathers which we call warlocks, narcissistic ones, that hurry up and put an investment in you to cut you down and tell you that no man would ever want you because you're fat, you're stupid, and you're dumb. And they embarrass you in front of people, curse you in front of people, just to make you feel low about yourself, right? Only for you to take care of them in their end of their life. But I'm here to tell you, don't let that happen. This is a different thing because I know normally I like to get excited and talk about things, but I just wanted to say this. It took me a while. It took me. It took a lot of strength for me to come up here and tell you. Narcissistic fathers. 10 out of 10, their sons are exactly the same, and they manipulate the mothers. They marry low self-esteem women and have children with them. And then they treat the women like shit, and they treat the children like shit too. And they praise other women's children. Other women's children are better than their own daughters, and they do verbally curse their daughter. Okay, because it has happened to me my whole life. Now this man is 84 years old and expects me to take care of him. Excuse me. I'm getting emotional because I'm trying to, it's so funny. I could talk about anything else, but when it comes to this, I say, you know what? This is the end of shit. This is 2026. It's time for me to talk. They damage you. They love bomb the daughter when it's necessary, and then they take her ass down. They manipulate the mother, their wives, to throw their daughter out when they don't get their way. That's why you see a lot of men, and no offense, if any man is on here, I'm not talking about you. Hopefully not, but I'm not. I'm talking to the women on here. And then I'm going to do another segment on narcissistic mothers, which is very easy for me to do. But when you have a narcissistic father, and let me tell you what it's like. One minute they like you, and the next minute they hate you. Right? They will praise other people's daughters and say that other people's daughters is better than you. They try to manipulate, they turn you against your mother, and then they turn your mother against you. They use you to make your mother jealous, right? And then your mother gets jealous and does everything to destroy you. That's how it starts. When he cheats on your mother, What he does is that he loves bombs you, he gives you gifts, just to make her jealous. She gets mad and blames you for her marriage collapsing. You understand what I'm saying? And anybody that you date, they see it as a threat. Because there should be no other man in your life but them. But they're not treating you right. They curse you. They push your mother to hate you even more. They buy dresses and clothes and toys for other women's children but their own daughters. Okay? They say that you're fat, you're ugly, you don't have nice hair. Like that one's daughter. That one's daughter is going to college. You'll see them hugging other women's daughters. I'm talking about like friend of the family's cousins. Oh, but yours is a disappointment. My daughter is is a disappointment. They talk about you like a dog in the street. They burn your name around town. So your uncle or a friend of the family don't like you. They make up stories about you. I'm talking about fathers. I know I'm not the only one. If there's any men in here, please leave. Because this ain't for you. And I'm talking about the good men. The bad ones can stay because you need to hear this. Because chances I'm talking about you. But there's some good men on this earth. And I know that there's a lot of men that follow me that are good men. I'm not talking about you. You know why daughters end up pregnant with men, different men, or with men they shouldn't be with? It's because of their daddy. It's because they have to get because they need a man to love them. You hear me? Now, after all the damage that you caused in my life, you want me to take care of you? And you want to acknowledge the past harm that you caused me? Well, let me show you what I wrote, and you tell me if I'm wrong, okay? Because this is the stuff that I wrote about my situation. Narcissistic parents, including fathers, often view their children not as independent people, but as extensions of themselves or sources of narcissistic supply. Your parents want attention, they want validation, they want control or practical support, right? Now, as they age, many expect adult children to drop everything, y'all, to meet their needs, even after years of emotional neglect, criticism, and abuse. Am I lying? You practically put all this nastiness in my head and hurt my heart and broke my heart as much as you could. And now you want me to take care of you? This, they feel like they are entitled. They see themselves as the center of the universe. So you ain't supposed to have no boundaries with them. You're supposed to give up everything you got for them. They put the guilt trip on you. They manipulate you, and they even go into rages when they don't get in their way. They don't get in their way. And the best part is they fear of being alone. Ain't that something? You had ample years to get close to me. Ample years. And you refuse. You cursed me. You found other supplies. You left my mother. And then you took on an adopted daughter who was light skinned. gave her everything he never gave me. Now the doctor daughter don't want his ass. Let's start from the beginning, okay? I just wanted to give you a little brief detail of what I'm going to write. This is my next book, and I'm not trying to sell it to y'all. I just want to run it by you. Because if you know, I never come on here and try to sell any book. No, because I write it for me. Because I feel like this: when God is ready, God will bring the people to my book. I ain't got to advertise nothing. God will bring the people to me. But this has to be said, right? Because even though we give our mother hell, they need to catch it too because they did nothing to help us. They made matters worse. And when they got caught cheating, they blamed you and told your mama it's your fault why they cheated. And now your stupid ass mama believe it and abuse you too, verbally. You're the cause for their marriage collapsing. That's a manipulation of the father, the narcissistic father. And again, if there's any men here listening to me, I promise you, there's no man bashing here. I love you all. I could be talking about your father or your brother, not you. And the brother also have warlock issues too, because now he does the same thing his father does. He controls his mama. And he makes the mama hate you more. Am I lying? How many of y'all have brothers that has complete control over your mother, just like your father did? And he could do whatever he wants. And if he don't like you, your mama don't like you. You can't say, he could call you all names of the book. He could lie on you and your mother would be like this, Hercules, 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 Hercules. You say something about him? Oh, shoot. All right now. All right. You see, this is why we make wrong choices. And this is why there's some people that go out there and make choices with the wrong men. And there's people like me that are scared to go out there and make something out of, bring myself forward to a man. Because it starts with your father. Because your father made it clear that some other woman's daughter is better than you. He calls you names. And if he sees you with a boy, he curses you out and call you a whore. You didn't even do nothing. You're just talking to a boy. Get inside, you whore. You're stupid like your mother. I swear. Your father causes separation in your mother's family because your mother has a low self-esteem, right? So she turns against her brothers and her sisters for her husband and her children. But she does everything for that boy. That boy, the son, she'll do everything for her son. She will kill you for her son, literally. She would even, if the son wanted to do something to you, she would help facilitate it to make sure. She would, as a matter of fact, if your life was on the line, she would keep that secret that her son want to kill you. Because the son is so brazen, he will tell her what he want to do to you, and she won't tell you. Because she want to see it happen. You understand what I'm saying? It all starts with the father. Once the father is in the household, your mother would do anything for him. I'm talking about a low self-esteem woman. And she would allow him to terrorize the whole family. And if you make daddy mad, she's mad because he's mad with her because she can't control the children. You're ugly, you're fat, your hair's not nice. This one's daughter is going to school. This one daughter is going to college, but he won't pay for your college. You understand me? Think about it. If somebody else's daughter said, "Oh, thank you, Mr. So and so," even if you bring home your girls from school, your father is the nicest guy on the planet. When you bring home friends from school, because he don't want them to know what a rotten son of a bitch he is. So when you try to go tell your friends what a nasty, dirty son of a bitch he is as a father, they don't believe you. Nobody believes you. He's a nice guy. I pray that one of my family members, your dad did you like that, need to heal, love with all respect. Thank you so much, love. But I'm getting my due already because he's dying alone because I won't be around. I don't care. Right now, I'm streaming right now on YouTube right now, and I'm doing this at the same time. That's why you see me looking up because my laptop is looking at me and the camera, and I'm looking down here at y'all. The only way for me to get past in life is to say what I'm saying now. You see, your father is a narcissist, and what he does is that he goes around and be the best guy in the world. Give everybody, oh, Mr. Reid, Mr. Reid. He gives me this, he gives me that. Anybody can go to him for anything, and he'll give it to them. But when it comes to me, everybody knows my business. I have to, and he lies. I give her money. I sent her to school. I took care of her. Hmm. You see, it is time for us to wake up as grown women. If there's any man on this panel right now, please forgive me. It is not about you. And if you're having issues with your daughter, you better go talk to her. You may not know it, but you may be hurting her, and you don't even know it in her mind, so to speak. Maybe it's just something little. Maybe she's the problem, but you need to talk to her. This is a hurt daughter talking. A hurt daughter. Every time your father needs your help, you're there. And you're so stupid. You keep going back, and he still curses you. He still burns your name in public for no reason because he needs that validation. He needs people to see that he's having a hard time as a father. And the sons are going to end up the same way, dead. I promise you. You ran around and you turned around, stuck your penis in every bitch on this planet, and had kids all over the world, and gave everybody else, and put their names on your money, on your bank accounts and all that stuff, your social security. And you want me, listen to this, you want me to take care of you. You turn around, listen, and then he came to me and said, "I'm going to put you on my account now because the last son that he has don't want nothing to do with him." So he says, "Oh, I'm going to put you on my account. I want you to bury me. I want you to cremate me." No, 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 no. And I'm going to come live with you, and I want you to take care of me. I know you lost your mind. After everything you did to me, I know you lost your mind. Keep that same energy when you put your last boy on your money. Keep that same energy. Let him bury you. Let him do it. Okay? You don't know what that man has caused in my life that were things I can't even count. That man used my credit card. Not used my credit card, he used my name, my social security to help his other bitches. You understand me? Fraud with my name on it. That's why I have bad credit. You see, my mother turned around and let him use her, but that's her problem because she did that. She had control of that. And she listen to this. What made me mad is that she had access to my social security and my birth certificate. I didn't have it because I was too young to have it. One day I was supposed to get a job at Chase. I had a good opportunity at Chase. And this was back in 2033. So I was 34 years old. She still had my social security, my birth certificate. You know what I mean? Because we were living in the same house. So when I finally got that opportunity to work at Chase, Chase said, "You got the job. Only thing now we need is your social security and your birth certificate." Great. So I drove back home. I go into her closet and I pull out the jewelry box where my social security and my birth certificate was. Come to find out, it was gone. And I told Chase I was going to come back because Chase said, "Oh no, bring it tomorrow." No, back in the time he said bring. So no, I'm coming back. So I drove home, went to go to Social Security, and I told the man I was coming back to Social Security. I couldn't find it. And that time he wasn't living in my house. He was living with this moved in with his white, he married to his white woman, had a baby with her. So guess what? My mother decides to pick up the phone and call him and say, "Where's Claudia's social security and birth certificate?" Why would she need to call him to do that? An hour later, he showed up with it. So how long have you had my shit since you left? So that means you stole my information from 1999, and I didn't know I had it because I was at the same job the whole time. So I didn't need it. I only used it for jobs, and then I would give it back to her. He came back quick with it. Now I'm not going to say anything anymore because I could say something right now that can probably land his ass in jail. And you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to. He's 84 years old. He's too old to go to jail, and so is the lady that he's with. But you figure it out. Let's just say because of me, she's here. And I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back. I said the woman is in this country because of me. You understand? How that happened, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna leave it at that. He's too old to go to jail. I'm gonna leave it at that. I got credit cards that I had to pay that I didn't even take out, and they're still out there. There's still accounts in my name that I never took out, and they won't remove it. You know what they said to me? They said I have to file a police report. By the time I found out the statute of limitations has passed, and I keep saying to myself, you know, And what made me mad is that childhood friends that told my mother that they warned her about him, and she still married his ass. Let me say this, okay? Claudia is going to be all right. It took Claudia 56 years to get this right. Now, y'all remember what you did to me. Now you're on your own. You know how words can hurt children. You know when you're a girl child and your father tells you you ain't nothing, and you didn't even reach an age. You were just a baby. And you know how many times I heard how stupid I was from the time I was 3. Yeah, I understand you saying, how can she remember when she was 3? I do. You know why? Because when I look at my photo albums of me wearing a red dress, a red and white velvet dress back in the 70s with ribbons in my hair, and I was sitting on a chair with a stuffed animal next to me, I remember that day, the images I have is when that man told me how stupid I was. And what pissed me off is that people don't believe it. Some of y'all have boyfriends that treat you like dirt. And when they go out in public, they're the, they're the best guys in the world. And when you complain, you look like the bitch. And again, this is not man bashing now. Listen, because any man that sits here and takes offense to what I'm saying, that means it's about you. It's about you. And I'm sorry if it is. When a man, every girl needs her daughter. Every girl needs their father. And the father's supposed to say the right thing. So that's why it bothers me when I see a young girl mess up her life. Like really mess up her life. You know why? Because of what I've been through, what most of you ladies have been through, I assume. Sometimes you're better off without one. If you have a good mama, if you have a good mother, who has up here, who teaches you things, and you ain't got a daddy, you're good. But when you have a mama that's sex driven and needs a man to make love to her every night to make her feel love, and you're her daughter, you're the worst. When I tell you you're in the worst position, I promise you, I promise you, we have a mother that's cursed and your dad's not around, it's the worst thing you could ever be in. And if you have a mama that's cursed, and she's a narcissist, and he's a narcissist too, you're triple worse. You don't even know which one is better. Especially when he lies. Especially when he lies. He's the nicest guy on the planet. And you can't say nothing. And when you say that he isn't, nobody believes you. You're the one with the problem. You don't want to listen. You don't. You are the reason why your daddy is mad and he curses you out. And your mother sits there with her mouth closed. Or she might join in every now and then just to make him feel good. And then come back to you and say, oh, I cursed him out for you. That's not what I heard. sit here before you, narcissistic people in a whole, but since we're talking about the daddies, y'all gonna die real bad. The worst thing y'all could have ever done was make me heal and make all the daughters that have been hurt, abused, physically, emotionally, anything. Y'all are gonna die the worst death ever. And it's gonna be long and slow. And I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you. And all you sons, brothers, that treat your sister like shit because you got your father's grapes in you, you're going down too. And soon enough, your daughters is gonna kick your asses the same way I should have kicked his ass. Y'all going down too. I promise you. When you sit there and you talk to your daughters like they're a piece of shit, God help you because you're going to be in that nursing home. And a daughter is going to be a nurse's aide. And she's going to only be there just to make the money and don't give a shit about you. And I pray that she whoop that ass. And don't get caught. What's up, Maria? All you daughters out there that are between any ages, if there's any young ones, that I would expect them to listen. If you're a mother and you have a husband like that, and you have an 8, 7, 6, 9-year-old daughter, get your head out your ass now. Or give your daughter to your sister. You have no reason to be a mother. If you sit there and let that man verbally abuse your daughters, and you should be ashamed of yourself if you let your son use your son as a replacement for the man that left you, that disgusting man that left you, and you use your son to destroy your daughters. Mental health and emotion. Shame on you. Let me say this, okay? You can call me a witch all you want. I don't care, because I'm not. But I talk like one. You're going to die. Bad. Real bad. And you're going to wish that you could go on your own terms, but you won't. You got too much to pay for. God is going to keep you on this earth. You're gonna face judgment here, and then you're gonna face judgment when you hit the dirt. Because there's no way in hell that you are going to be living this life and not pay for what you did to your daughters. How you broke their heart. And any man out there that loved his daughters, I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. You have no idea. Anybody who's had a wonderful father, I'm happy for you, but I'm jealous at the same time because it makes me wonder here, like, and it makes me question God again. Like, why did you choose me? Why couldn't I be with a good bunch? But instead, you stuck me with narcissistic garbage. Mindy, hi, I'm sorry. Mindy, thank you. Thank you for the rose, but I'm not, but okay, thank you. You know I'm here for the message. But thank you so much, okay? I appreciate you, Mindy. Do you realize as a father, do you realize what you've done to your daughters? Do you realize that you put them in situations? You made them go with bad men because that's all they do. Do you realize that your daughters, there's also daughters that haven't not been with a man because they're scared of meeting someone like you? Who the f- do you think you are? I just want to let you know that your passing won't be easy. And I'm going to pray for you. You know why I'm going to pray for you? You know why we should pray for them? You know what? For ourselves. Because we don't want it on our books in heaven that we want as you did. We're going to put it in God's hands. Okay? But you wasted our lives. You destroyed our lives. And I feel like you're going to get away with it. You already have. But you're still collecting Social Security. You're still collecting your pension. I'm happy for you, Tondo. I'm glad. You know why? Because you come from a praying family. That's why you have a good dad. Most of us wasn't that. None of most of us wasn't that lucky. My father used to call me. I'm sure he does still. Behind his breath this time because he's too old to fight back. Stupid, you dummy, piece of shit. All types of names I can't even remember. Me neither, Miss Palmer. I wasn't lucky either. When I tell you this, anybody that hurt me is going down. And unfortunately, it's not my vengeance. It's just your time. You see, most of the time, I used to be a monster. I used to threaten people, curse them out. Think I was a big bad wolf because I needed protection. I never had protection. Never. I had babysitters that had their way with me. I had two babysitters that had their grandson used to have their way with me. And then I was told when I was a baby that the babysitter gave me hot milk in a bottle and it burned my chest and my arm. And I have marks to this day. A girlfriend of my father's who he had a baby with in Brooklyn, she used to smoke cigarettes. She had her, she took out her frustration on me. But I didn't remember what she did until one day when I heard her voice on the phone, and that voice gave me the chills. And then everything started coming back. All right, see this? She burned my wrist with her cigarettes. Right here and right here. You really can't see it, but if you see me, you'll see it. And then I have marks on my arms where the babysitter tied me to the TV legs. Tied me. Their names are Miss B and Nil. Used to sick their dog on me, and I was the last one to leave at the night because all of us was in the apartment. They had a babysitting. Their children they were taking care of, and then everybody's kids, everybody else, parents came early. Mine, I stayed till 9:30, 10 o'clock because that's the best that my mom could do. So they tied me up because I had rope burns. Oh, where I am. Oh, I did on my arms. But I'm here to say this. Let me tell you something. Y'all can burn my name and tell you little lies about how much of a great parent you were. But the truth will come out. It's about time for me to talk. And all you brothers and sisters that don't believe this thing, you can go fuck yourselves too. Community guidelines. I don't care. Because y'all took the money, but y'all gonna see something. I pray that your name's on that Social Security, because what's gonna happen is once Trump, after they're gone, once you start collecting, Trump probably gonna go after your asses to pay it back. Yeah. It's about time for me to talk. Imagine that you're a daughter, a girl child, and that man turned around and told you you wasn't nothing. And then had the nerve, and I thought for myself, and you know what? And their time is up, absolutely, Miss Palmer, right? Because what I did is that I was the one who seeked him. He didn't come looking for me. I went looking for him. And I said, you know what? I need to, when I found God, I said, let me go find him. And I did. And I worked up a relationship. And believe me, everything was fine. And then in my mind, everything came right the fuck back. And then it came to a point where he was calling me every day. I'm just checking on you. I'm just checking on you just to make sure I'm still around. And then the phone call stopped. So I don't know what happened to him. But as long as I forgave him, in my mind, because God told me to. So when you hear me speaking like this, it's not I forgave the man, but I ain't forget it. See, I don't want y'all to think that I'm just some kind of girl, a lady that's just talking because, oh, that didn't really happen. She's making a big deal out of it. Oh, yeah? Let me tell you something. Without giving out any details, something happened in my childhood more than once. But this particular situation, I got a beating for it. And there was SA involved and stolen money. I was 7, 8 years old at the time. I came home to find boys. You understand what I'm saying? Without going any further. And I pray that the person that was responsible for this, well, he was a little boy too, brought his little friends home, that he dies too, badly. I don't want to see it. And when I said something, I got a beating for it. And I was called a thief because they accused me of stealing from my own piggy bank, a Raggedy Ann piggy. Remember back in the 80s, 70s, they had a dog called Raggedy Ann. So they had piggy banks. And my father was saving coins in that Raggedy Ann, saying that it was my coins, but it wasn't. It was his. And the boy that I was related to stole that money. I hope he's watching too. Because he's 60 now. And I'm 57, 56, going on 50, I'll be 57 this year. He stole that money and he allowed things to happen to me. And when I said it, I got a beating for it. And I want to be there when you're gone. And I pray that God don't take me before all of you for what all of y'all did to me. You see, the two old babysitters, they escaped the earth. They did. They got away with it. And their grandson, and things like that. The grandson that was bothering the little girls in that apartment. The babysitters that used to beat the shit out of me and took my food, and my mother gave me. My mother used to cook food, but you see the things that my mother cooked food. for the babysitters, knowing that they was taking my food. And what they did, they gave me a can of Campbell's soup to eat. And I had to sit there and watch them eat the rice and the chicken. I remember they used to fly plantains, and they ate all the food that my mother made me. Well, apparently it wasn't really because I know my mother was making it for them, so keep them. And then when I said it, my mother said, "You didn't do nothing." She kept sending me there, just like how she sent me back to that babysitter that burned my chest, burned my arms when I was a baby, and wrapped me up in a blanket. Now, mind you, if you left your baby at the babysitter and the baby wrapped up and the babysitter wrapped up the blanket and handed the baby to you, and then the second day you brought the baby back to that babysitter, I can only imagine what that babysitter did to me. Listen, I'm not looking for any. I'm not looking for any. What you call it? Sympathy. I'm here to make this video live, just in case anybody that has gone through this. And I ain't looking for no money. I ain't looking for no thing. Whatever you want to say. I just want to say it because I'm not really speaking to the audience. Unfortunately, I'm not speaking to y'all. I'm speaking to family members that are watching me right now. Your time will come. No, it's already here already. I pray for you, but at the same time, I speak destruction in your life. And I pray the only Christian, you know what's so funny? You know what? I would sell my soul for this. If God never restores me and never give me a blessing, the only blessing I want is watching y'all fall. Listen, when money doesn't matter to you, you're a dangerous motherfucker. You hear me? When money don't matter. You just want to see justice. I want to see tears. It's true. I swear. That's where I'm at right now. You know, everybody say, "Oh, I want a blessing. I want money." Yeah, that's okay. That's fine. But it ain't gonna heal. What? I don't care if I get nothing. I'm telling you the truth. I'm being honest today. I've been honest with y'all every day. Every day. I've never lied. I don't care about no money. It ain't gonna heal what I had in my heart. And all the family members that I confided into that y'all didn't give a damn, you just sat there and humored me, you're gonna catch it too. hmm You think I'm gonna waste my life and give myself to y'all again? And let me say this, all the boys that came from his balls is gonna go down just like him, except for one. There's one out of all my brothers that I'm close to. And he's good to his wife and he's good to his kids. He has all four daughters and they all love him. He's different from all of them. But the rest of y'all going down. Period. So this goes to all the women who are my age, who are 50s, 40s, 30s, even 20s. If you're in your 20s, wake up. If your father's a bad man and your people ain't treating you right, don't do what I do. Don't make the same mistake I made. Leave. Don't try to love them because they will never change. They will never apologize to you. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm speaking to all the young ladies. When you are 20, make sure you make a plan of what you want to do. And when you finish high school, do the best you can in school. Get a scholarship and get the hell out of your house. I don't care. They don't love you. Make a plan and leave. If you're 20 years old, leave. Don't get your family involved in your business. Don't tell them what you're going to do with your life or how you plan or what your plans are. They will be destroyed. Do you understand me? They will be destroyed. You'll be living with a man that beat the shit out of you because you feel like you deserve it and you have nothing else to lose. You have nothing else worth. And then you're going to keep on having kids with the same man that's just like your daddy. Okay? And for the record, I just want to let you know that if you have faced abuse of any kind, just know that it's not your fault. Let me say this. That is a generational curse. Okay? That means that somebody in your family from way back when did something to a little girl and you were the payment. That's what I believe. Anytime that a girl has been touched or whatever you want to say, as whatever safe words y'all want to be with. I know what I want to say because if that was the old me would have came out and said the R word, but I'm not going to do that because y'all are too sensitive. Anybody, first of all, you're crazy. It didn't happen. You better shut up because you're going to embarrass me. I'm going to beat you to submission until you don't want to talk. And you know what I love too? Is when a child, a young lady or a young boy, I'm going to mention boy, it's not fair because the next segment I'm going to go with the narcissistic mama. Now let me tell you, I got the bullets on that one. But I'm doing daddy first. Remember D.L. Hughley? D.L. Hughley is a comedian. Did you know that his best friend essayed his daughter? And his daughter tried to tell him, and he didn't believe her. Now everybody's hating. Now everybody's supposed to hate Monique for exposing that because Monique has been through abuse herself, from her brother, her uncle. They're all going down this Palmer. They're all going down. If y'all have brothers and sisters that you told this to, and they don't try to, they just laugh it off, or they listen to you and don't care, or they act like they care, and they're using you as energy, don't tell them no more. Don't tell them no more. They're using you as energy. Don't tell your brothers, if you've been hurt, don't tell them nothing. Don't tell them nothing. Let it go. Drop them too. Don't lose sleep. And that's it on the family part. So I'm going to end this stream on the father's side, and now I'm going to go with the mama side. Y'all going to love this one because this is the best one. But I'm going to leave this on the daddy side. And for the record, any son that has their father's personality, and most likely they do, you're gonna drop dead so badly, just like him. I promise you. Thank you very much. This is Claudia Reid, and have a good day. Peace out.